Why, hello, everybody. Welcome to Some Other Heroes. My name is Chris. I go by he, him. I am a dungeon master, an illustrator, all-around nerd, and I have the absolute joy of telling a really fun story with this wonderful group of people around me, using Dungeons and Dragons. So we've got a kind of a bit of an impromptu game. We weren't going to run this week, but we had many technical difficulties last week, so we're back again to try and finish off a bit of a story arc. So I will move forward by introducing my wonderful cast of players here, and we will get into it as soon as we can. So starting with Charlie.
Hi, I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I am an illustrator, writer, and lecturer, and I am streaming out of my mum's flat right now. So that's why it looks a bit different. And apologies if my internet goes a little bit weird as well, just as a little heads up, just as a forewarning. And I have Lola next to me as usual. I'm very excited.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I play Aisling.
Oh yes, you play Aisling. Our chaotic warlock.
Yep, I definitely don't project onto at all.
No.
They're all characters are self-inserts. This is the rule of thumb. Wayne, would you like to go next?
Sure. Hi, I'm Wayne. My pronouns are he, him. I am an art director and a branding coach and designer, and I am playing the episode Calm and Rational Dragonborn Rock today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Theo, would you care to follow up?
Hello, I am Theo. I'm an illustrator also, and I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the awkward half-elf wizard Eugene.
Brilliant. And finally, our guest for an extended stay.
Can't get rid of me.
Yeah, of which we have many people to thank. The absolutely amazing Michelle.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. I use she, her pronouns. I'm also an illustrator. And today I'm playing the Gloomstalker Ranger skier.
Amazing. So, I think a little recap for anybody who missed last week, or just to refresh ourselves where we are.
Yes, please.
You are in the middle of a battle. A battle for the town of Vesherin. A battle for the newest appearing island in the Scattered Lands. Hired by the mayor of Cloud's Cairn, our three intrepid adventurers travelled to this island to figure out where it came from and how they could help, being drawn into a strange mystery involving an ancient fey god, a great worm dragon, and an ancient dragon. Through communicating openly, some very clever fights, and with the help of a new friend in Skia, they have managed to win through to the side of the two dragons, bringing them together for the first time in centuries to face down and stop this ancient evil fae from destroying everything. The battle has gone well to a point. You have managed to keep the wall standing, and the evil fae serving this great ancient evil at bay. But in the last moment of panic, the creature took hold of one of your dragon allies, Irenout, and smashed him into the walls where you were standing. Tumbling to the floor, he decided to try and get rid of you all by casting a massive ice spell that would have skewered you all if it had not been for the intervention and a misty step by the other dragon, Parshkikk, the ancient mithril. Critically wounded, you watched as Parshkikk fell to the floor. Irenout, not giving you time to grieve or panic though, ordering you onto his back as he took to the air once more, his one goal clear. This ends now. This fey god dies today. You swept along behind this creature, now desperately trying to get away, being bombarded by your other allies who have come on their great skyships from all around, trying to push through, get off the island, get away from you all before you can cause it any further harm. Irenout says to you all that he will strike when you strike together, and you all have an opportunity to prepare an attack. When we before we fell off last week, we were in the middle of discussing that. Skier casts Hunter's Mark on the Fey creature. Aisling has a hex that she can move if she wants to, and was preparing Eldritch Blast. Eugene, you have a curious plan, which I'm excited to see. And Rock was going to try and assist Eugene unless he's changed his mind.
Well, Eugene, do you need the assist?
I think it will be fine.
Okay. I trust you implicitly. So, as I am not going to do what I thought I was going to do for Eugene, what I would like to do as my introductory movement, or introductory action then rather, is I would like to just check distance quickly. How far are we from the dragon?
You're about 100 foot at the moment, but you are closing. The only person who can hit him at the moment, I think, is probably Aisling. But I think Irenout wants to get you all closer, and he will wait until you are all ready. He seems to be inhaling huge swathes of breath.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just waiting.
No, you're fine.
To load. So come on. Okay, so am I within 60 feet of the Fey God?
You will be soon.
Okay, so as soon as we are within 60 feet, I will hold my action until we get there, and for my sort of preemptive action, I would like to cast Fairy Fire.
I like that. Awesome. I think we're going to keep the initiative we had before, but if you let your allies know what you're doing, they can all hold until you have done that. Is that all right?
Well, yeah, if we are doing these kind of preemptive things like the hex and that kind of thing, I think I would do Fairy Fire first, so that it's before we actually take any attack actions.
Yeah. Irenout's voice booms out, how close do you need to be?
Oh, 60 foot, give or take.
Everybody happy with 60 foot?
Yeah, I'm going to wait until we're closer to do my thing.
Awesome. 60 foot is good for me, and then I will sweep in closer. And he kind of pushes...
we don't have to be closer.
Pushes in close further, and you can, guys, the wind is really rushing past you. This creature is very fast, but the Ancient One is not without their own speed, and they are getting closer to the edge, kind of stomping through, ripping up parts of the forest as they go. You can see some of the smaller Fey creatures kind of darting out still heading towards Vesherin slightly, but in fewer numbers than they were before. You get closer, 80 feet, 70 feet, 60 feet. Now! Make your attacks, those of you who are going to at 60 foot.
I'm gonna move my hex as my bonus action.
Yep, you can do that first. That is no problem. As soon as it comes in range, those of you who want to cast those sorts of things can do so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will definitely cast Fairy Fire, please.
Yep. They will make a dexterity saving throw. They get a 20.
That definitely beats my spell save DC.
Yeah. What you do find, though, is it does seem to settle upon lots of small creatures that seem to have clung to its back and kind of turn and look at you. And I think they look like they're about ready to leap off and towards you guys.
Oh, I knew it was too good to be just one thing.
Cool. Ashling, what did you get?
For my blast,
Yep.
first hit 24
Will hit.
to hit. Okay, cool. And gonna do agonizing, of course.
Always agonizing.
Of course. That's 8 damage on the first one.
Yep.
And then with the hex as well, which is an additional 2, so 10 damage on the first one.
Yep.
And the next blast, 19 to hit.
19 will hit as well. It's very hard to miss this thing. It is the size of a mountain.
I could imagine. Ooh, delicious. Okay, amazing. Let me just do my hex. Nice. So that's 16 damage on the second
16
one.
damage. Actually, Wayne, yeah, no, it would have done because it's using Fey magic to try and distort, so sorry about that. But the other creatures, if they enter combat, you'll have advantage against to start with.
Cool.
Awesome. So you kind of blast these kind of two strange, pale blasts of vines kind of leap from your hands as you've become accustomed to and just channel in, charging and charring down the back of this creature, knocking like huge boulders-sized chunks off of it, revealing like a glowing ice beneath. Skier.
Can I, real quick as well, the hex, because I can choose an ability it gets disadvantage on for checks.
Yeah. Of course you can.
Can I choose Dex?
You can. It is checks, not saves, though, so it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. That's cool. Skier.
Skier rolled a 16 to hit.
16.
With the crossbow.
Will hit.
Amazing.
Your boy is big and slow.
That's 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is all I can do with this crossbow. So I think Skier's going to spend the rest of that turn to like pop the crossbow away and like pull out her longbow because she needs the range and stuff.
Yeah.
So that is her.
Awesome. I think you've got enough time to kind of, and the wherewithal to kind of get ready. So I'll let you take a shot with your longbow as well.
Thank you.
Nice.
Benevolent GM today.
Thank you. That's a 19 to hit.
Will also hit.
Wait. Do I? No. I forget all my stuff. Now I'm like, wait, do I crit on a 19? Is that a hex thing? No. That's not. That's something else.
Your CC is showing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, no. Oh, that's good. That's 8, 9, 12. 12 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
12 points of damage, thank you. Sorry for the strange noises in my room. My cat is trying to get me to rub his belly.
Oh.
There is a grinding sound from the dragon beneath you, and his mouth opens up, and this sort of slightly cat-like features kind of extend slightly larger out the side, and blades of superheated metal burst from his mouth, going up the back of this creature. It doesn't save. I'm not going to make anyone roll this actually because it's a big roll and that's not fair. So he does 50 points of magical slashing damage.
Well, damn.
Wow.
However, he can't use that again for a little while.
I'm not surprised.
He swoops in. So this top of the round is the Fey creatures. You see several of them break off and start to create wings and start flying towards you. They will be upon you in the next round. You are going to be close enough to use your spell, though, and we'll go when it's your turn, Eugene. So that will make it actually Skier's turn.
Okay. I think Ski is going to try and pop off some of these things coming at us, if that's okay.
Yep.
And I have advantage against them, right? Because Fairy Fire?
You do, yes. Several of them have got fairy fires.
Okay, that's a 16.
16 will hit.
So 8 points of damage to one. And I'll go for the same one if it's still up.
Yeah, it is, but yes.
Oh, and a natural 20.
Ooh!
Nice.
Squish him.
11. 17 points of damage total.
17 points of damage.
17. Yes, 17.
So this thing is skewered, but because you've got a natural 20, you can choose to do one of two things. Either you can hit a second one with it, or you can pin it back against the creature that's trying to escape you.
I want to pin it against the creatures trying to escape us.
Yeah, and you guys watch as Skier pulls back. First shot goes straight through this thing's shoulder, and it kind of hisses and kind of gets closer, and as it does, she just pulls back for the second shot, piercing it straight through the body and just pinning it where it kind of hangs limply,
Nice.
doing some additional damage to the ancient one at the same time.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Aisling, it is your go.
I think I might take my turn to recharge or use my Pearl of Power, just so I can get another spell slot.
Yep, that's your action. I also need you to make me a Constitution saving throw for a second.
Save? Why you
Roll.
do this? A 10.
A 10. Okay. So you are exhausted on the next round, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks for 1 round. Excuse me, I just need to borrow a little strength, Aisling. You all hear a tearing sound, and I think from Aisling, not from Aisling's back, from behind Aisling,
Okay.
there is a strip that kind of seems to appear in the sky, and soot and ash kind of starts pouring out of it as it opens up, and behind it you can see all these little tiny imp-like creatures, and they burst forth and charge straight towards the flock of creatures coming towards you, each picking one to fight.
Scares the shit out of Aisling.
I think it's probably quite scary, and I think you probably all think for 1 second, oh shit, what's going on, until they kind of fly past you. Like there's chittering and laughing, and these things...
Rock falls to the ground, totally. Like, there's
Rock is
no
prone.
question. Rock is now clinging to the dragon like that, thinking these things are just swarming him.
There is something
I think
very...
Aisling's like, I think they're mine, I'm really sorry!
Where did they come from, Ashley? For God's sake, put your pets away.
Hello!
I'm gonna look at Skier and just like, apparently everyone has pets now.
We'll get you a pet, Rock.
Cool, so you have exhaustion on
Bloody
your next
exhausted.
turn.
Just for the 1 round though, right?
Yeah, just for the 1 round, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not cruel. That will make it Eugene's turn, and the dragon is now close enough for you to do your action.
Okay. So I'm going to take a running jump, which means I can jump 8 feet, apparently.
Okay, yeah.
According to D&D rules.
According to D&D rules, yeah.
I run for 10 feet. How long is the dragon? Can I run for 10 feet?
He's long.
Okay, cool.
He's
I'm going
long
to run for 10 feet and then throw myself through the air at the dragon, and then when I get close enough,
I think you hear
within
Irenout
5 feet.
What are you? And you're just gone.
You
You see the air rushing past you. Okay.
And then
Eugene
I'll
has-
cast Thunderstep
Right.
when I get within 5 feet ish.
I need you to make me a dexterity check. You can use acrobatics.
Okay. I'm gonna roll that again with my advantage because that was a 2.
With your, use your initiative.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Okay, that was better. That is 18.
Oh,
Okay. I think 18 is just enough.
No.
You target yourself down. You kind of feel yourself about to impact on this thing, and you cast your spell. You are. I'm going to make a check to see how far you fall because you're quite high up. Cool. Because obviously this is happening in movement, so I'm kind of making things up.
Yeah.
What's the teleportation range on Thunderstep?
90 feet.
90 feet. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you going the full 90 feet, or are you going to try and aim?
I'm gonna try and aim back onto the dragon.
Awesome. I will get you to make me an Intelligence Arcana attack check.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. That is a 26.
26. You think you pretty much got
Show
it.
off.
Sort it out. Make
So
roll
he
me your
needs to make
damage.
He needs to make a con save.
Cool, and I will do that.
Oh, thank God, I thought you were going to say 20.
Yeah, same.
Don't make me have done all this for nothing, Chris.
He rolled. Well, no, you've still taken damage anyway, but this means that
Yeah,
you can max the damage on that. Just tell me what the maximum damage is, because he just completely failed it. So
Oh, amazing. Well, it's 3d10.
3d10, that's 30 damage.
Jesus Christ.
It's thunder
And we
damage.
win. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Theo, can you describe how this looks to everybody else who looks in horror as you just run along?
Yeah, I think just before he does it, he's like, okay, I'm about to do something stupid, but I'm pretty sure it will work. And then he just runs. And
No.
Oh god.
you just see him run up the dragon and like leap into the air. And then as he's like falling, he'll open like the kind of familiar purple portal like underneath him. So he kind of like falls through it. And then as the portal closes, there's just like this massive boom through the air.
I love it.
And then he sort of just appears like again above the dragon and sort of falls like in front of you all. Like,
So you're
okay,
still.
it worked. I'm still alive.
I do
I'm
need you
still
to
alive.
make one dexterity check, and any one of you can try and catch him.
Okay.
I'll try and catch.
Yeah. Cool.
Ski is ready.
Alright.
So I need to make the dex.
Yes, please. Yeah. Just to make sure that you land okay.
That's a 4.
Alright. Odds, you land on Irenout, but you're prone. Evens, you miss the dragon.
Oh
Oh, I'm gonna
god.
be sick.
Oh no.
It's 4.
Oh no. Somebody help.
Does anyone
How
have...
far up are we? How long?
You
will I
are
be
about
on the
120 feet in the air.
Whose turn is it next on the initiative order?
Has
ground?
anybody
How long
got...
does it take you to fall that far?
less
will
than
I get
6
an action?
seconds.
Damn.
Has anyone got a reaction they can use to help?
My only reaction is hellish rebuke.
Good news, now
be
you're
on fire.
falling and you're on fire.
Yes. If the two of you would like to hellish rebuke Eugene, at least he won't feel the pain as he dies.
What about
my
opportunity attack?
You all. There's a risk,
Okay,
but
I-
I like it. What are you going to do? Just try and smack him as he kind of goes past and just... Yeah, do it. Make an attack roll, please, Skier.
Just like dive into me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like try and knock. I don't know.
Chris, who is next in the initiative?
After Eugene, it's actually Irenout and then you.
Okay.
Unless Rock has something you want to try first.
I don't have a reaction,
Okay.
but on my turn I can help.
Okay.
I think, Skier, you're definitely close enough to do an opportunity attack if you want to use it to try and just kind of smack him down to the back of the dragon.
Yeah. What would that be? Like that'll be my Yinkelware probably.
Yes. And you can...
Smack attack.
Oh god.
I'm so sorry, Eugene.
Fine, it was my stupid idea.
I said to you...
It worked, but I felt like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
there was
I
always
fell
risk
off.
and reward. Okay, so you're watching horrors. You kind of, yes, Eugene! And then as he reappears, Skier goes to grab him, and it's just like slips through her fingers, and she grabs her Yickelworm and spins round, trying to grab the back of him quickly, and he's just gone. Disappears out.
Who has Featherfall? Anyone?
I wished I'd taken it, but I didn't.
Okay.
Not that it would help, because I can't.
At the end of this go, before the start of the next round, if anyone hasn't managed to do something to help Eugene, we're going to have to roll some damage. Or try something else to help Eugene fall at least fair.
Okay, well, I haven't had my go yet, so...
Yeah.
Ever.
Irenout is going to make a dexterity check to see if he can snag Eugene. No, he doesn't. He kind of lashes out with his tail, but it's just, you're just kind of out of reach at this point. Rock, your turn.
So let me paint this picture to you, because Rock is on the floor, covering his head from creatures that have emerged from ostensibly Ashling's backside, and is now like
That's not
is
canon. That's
holding
not
his head down,
canon.
stands up and sees Eugene run past and leap off the dragon. So all that happens is Rock yells, "What the hell is going on?" And then looks around panicking and runs towards where Eugene has leapt off and leaps off the dragon as he sees Eugene pop back into the side by the dragon. At which point you just hear Rock going, "Oh, for f-" and I'm going to cast my gem flight on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
So from behind me, spectral wings made of tiny little pieces of emeralds form on my back, which you guys have seen once before when I encountered the Skydrake. So that is my bonus action. And as my action, I want to use my flying speed to fly back and grab Eugene.
What's
As
the
he is
flying
falling.
speed of...
30 feet as well.
Okay. I will need a dexterity check to try and grab Eugene because he is falling very fast now.
Yep.
Can you dash while you're flying?
Yes, I think I will be taking that into consideration for this one, if that's okay.
But I used my bonus action to cast it.
But you use your action
So I
to
can
dash.
still... Okay, fine.
And I will allow you to dash grapple. I think that's more than reasonable in this instance.
Okay. So dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
You got this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, saving throw. Oh god, fell off the disc.
Oh, don't!
Seriously.
This is worse than killing a crab, I swear.
It's a 22.
Okay.
Because I have a +5 to my dexterity saving throw.
Right. There, like Eugene, I think there is blind panic, and you are sweeping around.
No, he's talking about me.
And you are starting to spin. And then suddenly you are grabbed, and this gravity returns, and it's quite a jolt. So you do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you are kind of yanked back into normalcy, and you kind of think you're snuggling in, like absolutely terrified, and you kind of just look out, and there's white scales, and you can just make out the edge of a gleaming, floating part of a horn, and beautiful gem wings.
And the angelic voice of Rock saying, "What the hell were you thinking?"
Well, I don't think I really was thinking.
Well, clearly not. We'll talk about this later. I can, if I've used my full movement to get to Eugene with my wings, I do have the ability to hover. So I will just hover in place with the two of us.
Yeah.
If I have no more movement left, so that I can then potentially get us back to the dragon on the next movement.
Ashling's just gonna look over at Skier and be like, "Is that it? Is it just us now?"
Don't you dare jump off this dragon. No more jumping.
Oh goodness! Wow, that was something. Well done, guys.
Good God!
Next
Good
wave.
God! D&D is a fun, relaxing game to play with friends that will shorten your life expectancy.
Jesus, thank God I remembered I have that flight thing.
Yeah, I
'Cause
forgot you had that.
Oh, I'm really pleased that you remembered, because I had forgotten you had that as well. So that makes it the top of the round. More of these clusters of creatures break off. Most of them are being harried by these sudden imps and small demons that seem to have appeared out of nowhere. You asked for help, Aisling. He went and got what he could.
I guess.
You all see ice kind of grow out of this creature as it kind of is still trying to pull ahead. It's pushing off Irenout a bit. It's kind of shaking off these spikes, and ice is kind of dripping out like a waterfall, kind of freezing out, and it slowly peels back into these huge wings, which it pushes off from the ground and tries to escape. As it does so, small crystalline chunks begin to form on Irenout, who starts to struggle a bit. It's making a blizzard, and it's making it difficult for him to fly. Skier, Aisling, some of these crystal bits, these ice, seem to start forming up and start forming these living chunks of elemental beings that start climbing up the wings, trying to slash into the flesh.
We are
beneath
busy.
The blades. Not quite where I thought we were going to be when we got to this, but I am going to take us to a battle map.
we'll have to rearrange ourselves because Eugene and Rock are no longer on it.
Yeah, but don't feel bad about that at all. That was such a cool moment.
That was very cool and very
Look at this
terrifying.
map.
This is so
That's
cool.
so cool! Oh my god.
So, a huge shout out to Animated Maps for creating this wonderful, wonderful piece. I'm just going to have
It's wild.
Eugene and Rock about there. These creatures are about here, and they are crushing into his wings. Most of the smaller creatures are being taken care of. Irenout is going to focus on trying to get closer, but if you can destroy these creatures before they slow him down, it will stop this thing from being able to escape. No pressure.
Whose go is it?
That will make it Skier's go. I purposefully made this top of the round.
Okay. Skia is going to drop her
So
hunter's
quickly
mark
Yeah.
and put it on this one on the left. Recast it as a bonus action.
Yeah, no problem.
And then take two, she's pulling out 2 arrows at a time for her longbow, because this is what she is good
Love it.
with range. So 2 attacks on it. That's a 13 and a 19.
13 does not hit, but the 19
Okay.
does.
Okay, beautiful. So 1 hit is max damage.
Oh, you like to see it.
You love to see it. 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. I will take that off of his health total.
Thank you.
Because that's how D&D works.
That is how it works. Can you tell I was just filling space whilst I did some maths? Cool, excellent. So you kind of this arrow sinks into this creature, which is clearly made of pure ice, forming cracks, and chunks seem to fall off of it. And it kind of looks up at you, aware of you for the first time.
Come on, bro.
Bring it!
Let's go. Also, again, nobody else jump off this dragon.
Amazing.
It's just Ashley. Who you're
She just
talking
keeps
to. It's
looking
just
round.
the 2 of you left.
To make sure Ashley's still there. Like, don't.
That will make it Ashling's go.
Okay.
Ashling does have Mirthful Leap. Just saying.
No.
Just saying.
I just see everyone else do it, and I'm like, I could do that better. No, absolutely not. Okay, I'm gonna attack the same wing boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my hex on Big Lad. Is that okay?
You can do, or you can move it if you want to. It's entirely up to you.
Oh, it is just a bonus action, isn't it? I can always move it back.
Yeah. If you're not doing anything else with your bonus action, it is worth doing just so you can get the extra damage.
Yeah. Okay, I'll quickly switch it over onto this guy then and blast it.
Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Blast! Okay.
Nikki, thank you so much for ruining that for us. That's so appreciated. We love you.
First hit is 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Yes.
Good. Okay, and that's 8 to begin with, and then hex extra. Nice! An extra 6.
An
So
extra
14
6.
damage on the first one.
Awesome. Off, and then the second attack.
Nope, that's not fair. That's only an 8.
Second one goes wide. It is really hard to aim on a moving creature. You kind of, the first one goes in straight, kind of cracks in exactly where Skia hit a second ago, forming those cracks to go up even further, making more chunks fall apart. Its head,
Especially because the wing's going up and down, so I feel like we're just seeing it pop up over the horizon every now and then.
It is one of those. It's one of those video games where you're just like, wait now. Absolutely brilliant. So the second one goes wide though, because you just aim a little too slowly, and it kind of goes above its head as it comes back down.
I'm going to stay where I am, like location-wise.
Amazing. Eugene, it is your go.
Okay.
You're currently in the arms of your erstwhile protector.
I think we will firebolt the one who is closest to to where we are.
Perfect. Go for it.
That's 11 to hit.
11 does not hit, I'm afraid. It's, again, same thing. It's just moving about a little too much.
I think that Eugene's still recovering from almost falling to his death.
That's no problem. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I don't think there's anything I can do. Sorry, hang on 1 second.
You are fine. There's no problem at all.
How far away are we from the back of the dragon? Oh, you know what? No more teleporting for me. That's fine. I'll just stay around.
We are putting an embargo on teleportation for a bit.
I mean, mechanically, you're probably further back than you are on the map, but I think for simplicity's sake, we'll say that you are the distance you are on there. So if you have something like Misty Step, and you
I
can
do
get
have
onto it,
Misty Step.
you can get to there. Can you take? You can't take someone with you on Misty Step at all, can you?
No.
Okay.
Goodbye, Rock.
It's easier to teleport now that you're coming from a stable position to what was happening before, as you were moving on to a moving situation.
Yeah.
It was just
not being able to see because I was literally teleporting.
yeah. So this time it goes a lot smoother if you want to do it.
Teleport onto his back then, and then at least Rock has his hands free for his action.
Yeah. So I guess is it a purple smoke when?
Yeah, just a big cloud of purple smoke.
What does Rock think happened?
Well, Rock is busy looking around at what's sort of going on, and suddenly the weight of Eugene is just gone. So not only does Rock suddenly do a kind of backflip in the air as something's not weighing him down, but he's now panicking because he thinks that something has taken or he's dropped Eugene. So Rock is now like, where? What? And then looks up and I assume sees Eugene on the back of the dragon. And Rock, you can't hear what he's yelling. With the wind rushing past you, but I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah, it's Draconic,
How he
and
feels.
it's the sort of language that your mother would wash your mouth out with soap for.
And there's lots of this going on.
So, Rock, what would you like to do on your turn?
I am going to shoot Eugene.
Fair enough, yeah.
Okay, so what I am going to do. Okay, so I guess these guys are the priority, aren't they? So I am going to fly forward to about there, I guess, ish.
Mm-hmm.
Probably could do a little further away, but yeah, let's say there. And using my Talk of Dragon's Favour, I'm going to change my breath weapon element. And I am going to use my breath weapon on this creature, and I'm going to use the element of fire.
Brilliant.
So I am now using a fire breath weapon.
What do they need to do to avoid your breath weapon?
I'm going to tell you in a second because it's reloading.
That's right. For a reminder, Rock got a mystical item which from Parshkikk, the other dragon, which allows him once a day to change the element of his breath weapon.
Sorry, I'm having some problems
No
with
problem.
my character sheet. There we go. Okay, so come on. So, breath weapon. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. What's okay? Yep. Dexterity, not its strongest suit. It got a 9.
Okay, it fails. So it takes 3d8 fire damage.
That's gone up. Ouch.
So 5 3 is 8.
Yep.
And 6.
That's 14.
14.
Doubled
14 fire damage.
the 24.
28.
No,
28.
you're right. Yeah, 28. I am wrong. You're right. 28. Nice. So do some quick maths. Cool. You breathe this gout of flame. I think you possibly surprised yourself because it's the first time you've actually used it. And this kind of heat comes from your mouth and just kind of pours over this creature, and it's still standing, but you can see parts of it have melted away, and it definitely looks like it felt that.
Okay. I am just going to back off a bit,
Yeah.
and I will continue to hover alongside.
Amazing. How long does your flight last? It's 10 minutes, isn't it?
No, it's only a minute.
Only a minute. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me check that just in case. Sorry.
Well, whilst you do that, I'm going to move on to the top of the round. The Fey creature is keeping a distance between you and it. Its forces, however, are mostly engaged. It is taking cannon fire, and you see a particularly large vessel flying the colours of Klaus Kern starts manoeuvring to try and stop it from being able to get too far away. Cool. So it is the ice elemental's turn. One of them kind of pushes his hands out and creates like an ice slide, and kind of shifts over to where Skia is. And it's kind of like a rumbling, creaking sound as it brings down its fists, trying to smash into you. So, first one is a 14 to hit.
No hit.
Second one is a 15 to hit.
No hit.
You kind of...
No.
The other one will slide up and try and do something else. It kind of reaches out, and you can see this water that it's kind of got dripping over it kind of starts to form up into like an icy cage, which it thrusts forwards at Aisling. I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Except it's frozen, so I will do it here.
No worries.
13.
It doesn't save, I'm afraid. You are restrained for the purposes of the next round as this huge sphere of ice kind of starts crackling and forms up, so freezing you in place.
Cool. So exhausted and restrained. It's going well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. That is their turn. Top of the round, Skia.
Skia would like to, if possible, use her Yikua to first attack to attack the one in front of her, and a second one to throw it at the other one.
Yeah.
So, first, I really should stop rolling on here. That's a 9 to hit. That's fine.
Don't trust
Yeah.
those digital dice.
No, don't trust them. That's a 17.
17 will hit, yes.
That one's not on the hex though, which is annoying. Yeah, 10 points of damage to the one that hurt Aisling.
So one that hurt Aisling? Yeah.
Yeah. Askia is like trying to stab this one as we're just dancing around each other, and it just turns around and throws it at that one as it
Awesome.
freezes Aisling. It's like, no, this is not how I wanted this to go.
And then, of course, at the end of your turn, it kind of reappears in your hand.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Amazing. Aisling, make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. This one is at disadvantage, and it's the last one that is at disadvantage.
Cool and great. Oh! I got a 15 and a nat 20, so 15 plus 1, 16.
16. Amazing. That's enough. You shake off the cold, and you can feel it kind of starting to leach into your body. But you shake it off and you push out, and this icy cage starts to shatter around you. You can't do anything else with your turn this turn, but you are no longer restrained, and you are also no longer exhausted.
Yeah! I've gone Hulk.
Eugene, it is your go.
Okay. I think we'll firebolt the one nearest Skier. Hopefully.
Yep.
So 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Cool. And that is 13 fire damage.
So that's 26 because it is twice as effective.
Oh, yes.
Again, you kind of lances in with this purplish fire, which kind of just bursts in, kind of drills a hole into its side a little bit, which kind of drips and then starts to reform. There's less of it than there was when you started this fight.
Damn it. How can we tell if a crystalline ice thing is bloodied or not?
When it's a puddle.
How much is it melting?
Yeah, basically, each time you hit these things, less of them exist, so they kind of seem to get a little smaller, and basically they'll just shatter eventually, or melt, depending on how you kill them.
I get it, elementals. I get it.
Same, elementals, same.
Same.
One second. So it is the dragon. Oh, your allies go effectively. Your dragon friend regains his breath weapon, and you hear him say, "Hold on!" He pulls back again, and he pummels this thing, which kind of shatters into its wings and kind of causes it to dip a little bit. It kind of regains a little bit as well.
Glorious.
It manages to avoid most of the damage this time, so it only takes half damage. That will make it Rock's go.
Okay. Okay, I am going to... so this one that is in front of Skier,
Yep.
the creature, I am going to... I'm just checking my range. Yeah, that's fine. I am going to cast Shatter.
Yeah, I mean that will work.
So I'll cast it behind the creature so that it doesn't hit Skier.
Yep. And hopefully up a little bit so it doesn't hit the dragon.
Well, yes, this is all airborne rather than on the dragon itself.
That's fair enough.
So,
I'm going to assume, yeah.
Creature must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
A Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
7.
That's a definite fail. So that is 3d8. Which is 3 and 5 and 5. So 13 points of damage.
So how much was that in total? Sorry?
13.
13. Awesome. Kind of, how does your shatter look?
It kind of looks almost like there's a burst of sound rather than anything else. So it kind of vibrates, and then there's kind of a burst of like waves of sound almost that it looks like, and it shatters the creature.
Amazing. So you kind of see this kind of almost in perpetual motion of wave of sound behind it, and there's like cracks appear all over it. Skier, you have to kind of cover your eyes for a second as shards of ice kind of go past you. And it looks like it's lost about half of its makeup. That was really good. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I will stay where I am.
Cool.
While I still have my flight in case it's needed.
Fantastic. It is their round of the Fey creature. The ancient one is still within range and starting to take cannon fire from this huge ship, which is definitely pulling itself in the way. The ice elementals, one of them will try and grab Skia. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh no. No. Okay. 14.
You succeed as you kind of feel this ice start to creep over your body, and you kind of you pull your poncho down over you, like just protecting yourself. You've been in high mountains and things before, so you're kind of just a bit ready for it, and you saw what it did to Aisling.
Nothing.
The other one will. That's the wrong screen, Chris. The other one will move towards. Actually, we'll take 2 swings at Aisling.
Who does that?
Rude.
Oh god, 16 to hit
Yeah.
and a natural 20.
Ooh,
Ashley is not having a good time.
no.
Aisling, you take a total of 44 bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke the shit out of that.
Absolutely fine. Yep.
No. Just absolutely not. Deck saving throw.
Yep. Rolls a 3.
Come on. Okay. Sorry about it. So, I take half that damage and they take a shit ton.
How many damage
Hello.
is it?
Okay. It's 4d10 they have to take. And it got 36.
What type of damage is it?
Fire?
Fire. 36, 72 damage.
Oh my god.
There is barely anything left of this thing as it kind of sweeps around it. Can you describe what your Hellish Rebuke looks like?
Right now, it's like blinding white because Aisling is pissed off. So it's like proper blinding, really, really bright white with just the every now and then a bit of like blacky, ashy color.
That's amazing.
Nice.
You don't take half damage on that, though. You still take the full damage, I'm afraid.
Ew, really?
Yeah, you're thinking of Absorb Elements.
Oh, I am, yeah.
Crap.
Okay, well, as I'm casting that, I will
Yeah.
pass out because I'm at 0 hit points now.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry
Not
about
like
that.
down, right?
No, it wasn't enough to kill her outright. I know that much for certain.
Unconscious.
Yeah,
No.
that much is true.
But I'm just like, my final act is casting a shit ton of fire damage.
Yeah. As you go unconscious.
I think from where you guys are all standing, you watch as this thing just lays into Aisling, and then there's this scream and this burst of angry fire, and it's standing, it's kind of melted, like half melted off, like barely holding itself together, but Aisling is unconscious in front of it.
My mum's next door. You're in deep trouble.
Come in there.
She will. She'll come and sort me out.
Mum, they're bullying me.
Oh dear. So that is their go. Skier.
Skier, what do? You cannot do anything! First, she will throw her yickle at whoever just hurt this thing that just hurt Ashleen. She's like, mad. Don't roll on that. Roll on here. Don't trust them digital dice. I don't think it's going to hit. Does 14 hit?
14 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. She will take the attack of opportunity and stand next to Ashleen, and then second attack, just trying to stab. Not going to try again.
Awesome. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Okay, you take 22 slashing damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
Similar to Ashleen. Not that similar, but still similar. I'm going to use my Hellish Rebuke.
Yes.
So I need
I
a
thought
dex
you were going to
save.
say you pass out.
I know.
I know, me too.
Dex of 9.
Beautiful. So 10 points of damage.
On that one.
The one that I had hexed.
Amazing. Do you want to add your Hunter's Mark damage?
I don't think I get to, because I think it's only for a weapon attack.
I think you're right, actually. Yeah, it's different from...
Yeah.
That is also looking a little rough.
Okay. That's also fire damage.
Yep,
So
I
just
took
have
that
to
into
make it
consideration.
Nice.
Good. Okay. And then I rolled, in the middle of that, I rolled a 25 to hit this one.
This one in front of you.
Yeah, the one in front of me.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is 10 points of damage to this one.
Describe your kill. And I would like
Oh,
Charlie to assist you with this because I feel it's only fair considering Aisling did that a crap load of damage.
okay. I was going to say, how can I assist? I'm not fully awake.
Yeah. What does Skier see in the damage to this creature that she can take advantage of?
I imagine Ashley's like burnt so much of it away, and there's just like a chunk in the middle that's like holding it together still. So Skier has like
a sad little wisp, like. Ugh.
yeah. So Skier just has a point to like pierce it and like break and shatter the rest of it. So it's like Ashley's done the bulk of the work. It's just given me a little weak spot.
I think that's perfect between the two of you. I love that. If you're both happy with that, what happens is Skier leaps in, stands between Aisling and this creature as it kind of looms over what's left of it. It's still quite big, even though there's very little of it left. You see this little tiny point that barely would be a spine on the human. You just kind of fish your Yukwa in there and just pull it back, and the top of it just kind of goes and disappears into the ether and the top half just
Bye.
melts. You still have your second attack.
That was my second attack.
Oh, was it your first one?
My first one missed. Oh,
Okay.
no.
Yeah,
it
it was
did.
14, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
you still
it
have your
missed.
bonus action though.
Bonus action.
Say a
Bonus
prayer for
action. Yes, say a prayer for Ashley. Bonus action. I think Skier falls to one knee, and has one hand on Ashley because I'm scared you're gonna fall off. Also, Skier's not looking too good, and it's gonna throw a dagger as a bonus action.
Lovely. Go for it.
So again, this. Oh, that's good. That's a 21.
21 will definitely hit.
Okay.
So it's 1d4 damage for a dagger.
But I get my hunter's mark.
You do, yes.
Come on. 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, my die was gone.
It's embedded in this thing.
Okay.
It's kind of like this whole. You throw it offhand and it smashes into this creature, and just holds place.
She's like, we need healing.
Eugene.
Okay. Eugene will move here and cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level in an attempt to push this creature back and off the dragon.
I love it.
Nice.
Is that a Constitution saving throw or a Strength?
It's con, yeah.
16?
Oh, it's so just saves.
Meets his beats, is that?
No, my DC is 15.
Cool.
But it still takes half damage. Yeah, half
So
damage.
it's half damage, yeah.
Which is 5.
5 damage. 5 damage is still 5 damage. You kind of explode. It kind of doesn't do quite what you needed it to do, but it still shatters across it, and again more cracks across the shell of this ice. And anything else you want to do? You are right up against this thing.
There's nothing else I can do.
Amazing. Okay. Rock. It is Irenout's turn. Can you hold on to them? We're nearly done. And he kind of launches forward. He doesn't regain his breath weapon, but he is close enough to the edge of this thing's wings that he kind of lashes out with his teeth, pulling away some of the icy flecks and shortening, kind of causing it to wobble in its flight. That will make it Rock's go. Actually, Aisling, can you make me a death saving throw? Because I forgot to do that.
Okay.
Also, I can't hear Wayne. Is that just me?
No, that's me.
Okay.
Hey, don't. After last week, please don't do that to us.
Yeah. I couldn't see the mute symbol, so I got afraid.
What'd you
So
get,
it's
Ash?
been a while since I've died. Can you remind me? Is it a D20?
It's
10 below
D20, and 10 below
Okay.
you fail, 10 or above you succeed.
15. Oh, let's see.
1 success.
Yep. I'm so glad I bought this stress ball yesterday. I'm going to fucking explode it.
You may need to buy another one tomorrow.
It's a little dragon. Look at it.
That
Oh.
is perfect.
Dragon.
Awesome. Rock, it is your go. What would you
Okay,
like?
so I will use my movement to fly in and land right behind Skier, I guess, so that my friends are kind of around me.
Yeah.
And I am then going to, at 3rd level, cast Aid.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to move you in there, so...
Thank you. So, Aid means that I can choose up to 3 creatures within range, which are my 3 friends. Each of those people, your hit point maximum and your current hit points increase by 10.
Nice.
Nice. Thank
Nice.
you.
Excellent.
You absolute champion.
So how does this look, Wayne?
So that, as I land, you will just see from me there's kind of a green glow that just kind of emanates from Rock himself as he kind of is kneeling there. And it literally just almost looks like a very subtle light, a green light that washes over everybody, and then Aisling will kind of breathe and sit upright. and everybody else starts to look a little perkier.
Ashling, I think you snap awake and gasp for air. Skier is kind of holding you to the dragon. And you see Rock.
What's going on? Why is this going so badly?
You see Rock, like the slight dim as Rock's spell kind of leaves him. With his huge emerald wings as well. At the same time, looking quite draconic right now.
So powerful.
And I'm just going to look at Ashling and say, "Oh, for goodness sake, stop being so dramatic. Get up."
He says with the wings on the
Just sparkly emerald
Angel,
wing.
stop being so dramatic.
Rock just looks at Ski and says, "This is not drama. This is style."
It is the Fae's turn. This creature, this ice elemental that's left, it sees the creatures all around it. It is going to make 2 attacks, one against Eugene and one against Skier. It is a 13 to hit Eugene.
I will use my reaction to cast shield.
Yes, you've still got a reactions turn, so that's fine. It kind of bounces off your magical shield, looking frustrated, and a dirty 20 to hit Skier.
That'll hit.
22 points of slashing damage.
Bye.
I'm just imagining, Ashleen is out and then pops up and then Skier just.
I know. And Rock's just in the middle like that. "Oh, for God's sake, not you now."
Yeah, I think you're busy attending to Ashling, and I don't think you're quite as attentive as you normally are, so you don't quite see it coming, and it just smashes into you and pushes you to the base of the dragon. So this time, Ashling is now holding onto your body, trying to stop
It's gonna keep taking it in turns, I guess.
Yeah. That will make it Skier's go. Can you make me a death saving throw, please?
Okay, I'm gonna make it a roll on D&D Beyond so you can see.
Have I got D&D Beyond though?
Fuck. It's a 5.
5? That's okay.
It's one failure.
There's one failure. There's 2 more to go. As long as she doesn't roll a natural 1, she's fine. She could just as likely roll a natural 20 and pop back to her feet.
Great pep talk, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're fine. It's not over yet.
We all
Yeah.
Ashling, your friend is in your arms, having literally just been trying to do the same for you.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use Spare the Dying on her immediately.
Perfect.
Because that's just a cantrip and I've got it and I'm gonna do that. So that means you become stable. So I think you're still unconscious, but you're stable. Is that right?
That's right.
So
Yeah.
no more saving throws?
No more saving throws,
Okay.
unless you take damage again, basically.
Yeah. I think that's all I can pretty much do right now.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, can I use? Have I got the hex on the only living one still?
It's
Or is my hex
your
just run
hex
out
would have
now?
gone down because you went down, so you would need to recast
Okay,
it,
all right.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I've run out of slots. Cos Warlock.
Yeah, cos Warlock.
Dang it, Warlock.
Also, Hunter's Mark is gone.
Yeah.
Right, so
yeah.
I'm just like chilling.
Okie dokie. So you guys watch as Ashling touches Skier on the head, and there's that strange white energy flows from her body through Skier for a second.
Sim.
Not quite what I was going for, but yeah. She needs a little bit of edge as well. Skier's colour seems to mute slightly, but she starts breathing normally. And that will make it Eugene's go. I believe in you.
If I cast Firebolt this close, is it at disadvantage?
It will be, yeah. This is a big creature as well, so it's got quite a reach.
Okay, in that case, I will cast Shocking Grasp instead.
Nice. What does it need to roll to save, or is it an attack roll?
I think it's an attack roll. Yeah. 16 to hit.
16 hits. Roll me some damage.
8 thunder damage.
Kill it.
6 thunder damage.
6 thunder damage. It takes the 6 thunder damage. It is definitely a lot smaller. Like huge chunks of it are missing. It is holding out there though. You need something bigger to just kind of push it over that edge there.
Just a note, it can't take a reaction this turn.
Nice. Now you run away.
Yeah.
Now you can
Shocking Grasp. Yeah, can I actually move away now?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got no
I can move
reaction
out.
until your next turn.
Haha!
Yeah, I'll just move back like here.
Yeah. Toodles. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cool. Irenout banks ever so slightly, causing you to kind of grab hold to his scales as you watch as a bolt of ice and kind of flies past. You see the Elder One is kind of just throwing parts of itself almost at you all now, trying to just stop your pursuit. It's terrified and it's trying to get away. More cannon fire hits it in the side, and it starts to dip a little bit. It looks like it may not last another round. If you can clear this off, you can help defeat this god. Rock, it is your go.
Okay. I am just going to stand. I'm going to pull out my pistol and I'm going to shoot at this thing and just try and get rid of it.
Yep.
So here we go. That would be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Wait, +5. Yeah, 19.
We may have Cat help in a minute. He's seen the flapping.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Oh,
Cat versus dragon.
he loves the flappy things on screen, boy. He gets very excited by that. Okay, so that would be. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Bear with.
No, that's fine.
Ooh, nice. That would be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Again, chunks come off of it. It's barely holding it together. One good blow will definitely take it down.
Do I have anything as a bonus action?
You do have a second pistol.
I do. Excuse me. I do also have my rapier. How rough does it look?
As a one good hit would definitely stop it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to.
If it were humanoid, it would be bloodied.
So if I make a second attack, though, I don't add a modifier. Is that right?
You add your modifier to your attack roll, but you don't add it to your damage.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. I will use my second pistol then, which is the normal pistol, and I will take that out and fire it. Come on. Oh yeah. That is a 22 again. 17 + 5.
Nice. Roll me some damage.
And then it's just a 1d10, correct?
Yeah, just roll your 10.
A 10.
Yes!
Rock.
I'm assuming the 0 means 10 as opposed to
Yeah.
0.
Yeah!
Rock. Describe your kill.
I think Rock is just annoyed now, so he fires the first shot, and then takes one step forward and fires the second shot, and literally this thing just cracks and shatters into pieces and blows away. And I think Rock, just in a rare display of sort of dragon, literally just snorts at it and turns around in derision and walks back to his friends.
It's like the final blow in a big battle. You watch as Rock pulls out the second pistol that most of you have forgotten he has, takes aim, kind of finds this weak point where everyone has kind of been belting onto it. It actually looks where the original arrow hit Skier's first shot, and just takes aim, fires, and there's a creaking, cracking sound, and kind of just slowly dissolves into the wind, turning into ice and snow as it disappears behind you, allowing you all to turn your attention back to the Elder One and each other.
Yeah.
You are out of initiative, and you may do what you need to do.
Heal.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll go around. You keep the initiative order, but we'll go around like who does what in which order. So starting at top of the round, Skier.
Have a little nap.
You have a little nap. Sorry, I was like, that didn't work out the way you wanted it to.
No,
Aisling.
I like it.
Yeah, Aisling.
Gonna give Skier a potion.
Yeah, you
Skier
do.
could do with a potion.
Because you're out of combat, don't worry about rolling the dice. You just take maximum health off of that.
Oh hell yeah! Okay,
so you
cool.
can,
It's just a normal health potion.
Yeah, so you recover 10 hit points.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Since we're out of combat, can I sort of fucking dual wield and give one to Skier and one to me because I've got two?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, if you've got them on your person, then that's great. Yeah.
I have two of them, so
You also recover 10 hit points.
yay!
Eugene.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Also take a potion.
And
Now it's a party.
Rock.
I shall scowl at everyone.
Is this
No, I think Rock is just going to kind of check everybody is okay and see if anyone else needs a potion or anything like that.
I mean, you all look battered, and this has clearly been a very rough day for you all, but it feels like it's on the close, and you kind of, as you watch, you see the dragon swoop round. He grumbles again, like holding on, so you kind of all instinctually, by this point, find your nook behind his neck. He speeds round, and he gets back his breath weapon, bringing down one of these shards of heated metal straight into the back of this creature. You watch as these wings shatter behind it, and it starts to dip. From where you are now, you're well over the edge of the island. The sky ship is between you. You watch this thing plummet down slowly, like almost in slow motion to you, just because of its movements so big and so vast. And it hits the edge of the sky shield and explodes in ice and rock, shrieking in a language that only Aisling kind of gets a vaguest sense of. It's Sylvan, but it's older, and it's not really a language so much as feelings. Anger, hatred, fear, revenge. Pretty much like that. That's what it sounds like. You guys watch as it kind of shatters all across the sky shield, and then there's something weird happens. The sky shield kind of ripples where it hit, and you can all see it really clearly the first time ever. It's always there. It's like an iridescent, always present energy that kind of keeps everything afloat and free and safe. And there's kind of like a blinking and the brightness, and then it disappears for a second. And you hear a rumbling, and as you kind of look over your shoulder for where it might be, you all watch as the island behind you drops 10 feet, and then the shield comes back. and you're all breathless. This has never
I
happened.
know.
This has never happened before. This is completely unique in all of your lives, in all of your ancestors' life. The Sky Shield has always been present, always been there, protecting you from the world below, protecting you from creatures like the bitter fear of the falling, of the dying in the snow, this Fey god. And for a second, it wasn't there. It wasn't holding you up. And I think there's this ice in your veins. As the dragon starts to turn and slowly head back towards Vesherin. That's where we're going to take a break.
Oh,
So, there we have it. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, so about 20 to 5 today.
Yep.
And we have some other bits and pieces that the guys want to do, and will probably want to talk to some people, and have just seen something truly terrifying.
oh boy.
So yeah, everybody, make sure you get up, stretch, grab yourself a hot drink or a cold drink. Make sure you're fluid, lose stuff. We have some wonderful people in our intermission video, so if you have a chance, please do give them a shout and a follow. They're really lovely people. We will see you in 15, and we're free. before the break, our wonderfully brave and heroic adventurers risked life and limb to fight Dragonback against an elder god, bringing it low. But in doing so, they seem to have accidentally disrupted the sky shield, which keeps all the floating islands of the scattered land away from the land below. I think there's a
Oops.
there is a eerie silence amongst all of you as you fly back to the island. Irenout doesn't stop; he just kind of goes straight into the town itself, landing just a few feet away from where you can see a badly wounded Parshkikk breathing heavily, his daughter and people from the town surrounding him, a number of your allies also there. Irenout puts down his wing and allows you all to step off slowly at your own pace.
I'd like to just turn to Irenout and just address directly and just say, are you okay? Do you need anything? Can we help?
I think this large cat-like face just kind of turns and kind of gently puts itself very close to you, and I think there's not a nuzzle so much as a touch, like, I am fine, but I fear I am going to lose a friend. One that I should have been kinder to.
No. We have to do something about that. Excuse me, and I shall just go straight towards where Parshkikk is.
Yeah. And you can see Sothis is standing up against him, and he's talking in a very quiet, murmured tone, and she's trying. You can tell she's trying to still hold herself together, and she's nodding in understanding, and she has a hand, and she's just brushing his brow ever so slowly as she listens. And as you get closer, she gives us a very sad smile. She goes, well, I'm pleased you're back. He was asking after you all. If you could make this as quick as possible, because I would like a few moments with him. And she steps away.
You're making this sound very final. But surely there must be something we can do.
Rock. I am terribly sorry. I lied to you all. I gave up very much a large portion of myself to the island. And when I released it, I was already on borrowed time. I am very sorry, but I knew I was doing the right thing. And this massive, massive head just kind of slowly, gently moves towards you all. But I am a mithril. I am not any normal metallic dragon. My essence will return to the ether, and I will be reborn somewhere else. Though I fear I will not meet you all again in this life.
But I mean, that surely there must be something we can do. I mean, the island is open now. We have fantastic healers.
I feel like Aisling just sort of like puts her hand on Rock's arm a little bit.
Well, it just doesn't seem right.
Right and fair are mortal concepts. This is what had to be. And he kind of gently leans over. Would each of you grant me one last indulgence. I would like you all to place your hands upon my muzzle, for a moment. You do. He closes his eyes, and that gentle radiant energy that you've seen him use a couple of times just kind of flows up and in through each of your hands into you. Each of you recover full health. Also, you are left with a curious mark, a silvery dragon, like a blemish beneath the skin, on the back of your hand or somewhere else that you wish it to be.
Ooh.
This is the gift of the Mithril Dragon. As a reaction, once a day, you can activate this mark and give yourself temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus.
Cool.
Thank you for all you have done, and I hope I get to see you in the next life.
I will watch for you. I will watch for you all. I am tired but proud. Would you do me the grace of sending Irenout to me?
Well, yes, of course.
I think he kind of glances over you all briefly. Yes, Eugene, it is perfectly fine to give me a hug.
Eugene rushes over and gives him a big hug.
You are this land's protectors, and I think you will do very well.
And before we leave or walk away from him, Rock's just going to walk up and place his head against him. And inside his head, Rock will say to him, "Thank you for blessing us with your wisdom and your presence. And thank you for showing us that we are capable of great things. Oh, and one last thing. We won."
We did, didn't we? Go well.
And I think Rock will just turn around and very quickly walk towards Irenout.
He's waiting patiently. He's kind of balled up a little bit, almost like a house cat, actually. It's probably the closest thing to kind of trying to look small and not menacing, because there are a number of humans who are all like... They knew about one dragon in the city, and then there were two, and one of them is quite ferocious, and then there's all these strange... It's been a very weird day. I think there are people all around coming out of the town, like kind of poking it. And there's a few Fae that are trying to get away that people are just kind of finishing off. And a few Fae that seem to have just started to respond normally, started behaving themselves like normal Fae.
Are there any people around who were sort of under the spell, so to speak, who are starting to act normally? Does that seem to be lifting?
You're outside the town at the moment, and you know that they secured them all away for their own safety before, so true. You can't see them at the moment, but you can certainly ask in a minute or two.
And I will just head towards Irenout and just say very quietly, your friend is asking for you.
Thank you. He steps up and he walks. And there's no words between the two of them, and I think you can see you're probably guessing that it's a telepathic conversation, very private. But Irenout nods several times and then very gently just reaches down with his head and presses it against Parshkikk's the way you saw him do before. And he turns and says something very quietly to Sophis, who just reaches up and puts her arms around his face and buries her head against him for a second. And then he looks to you all and goes, I have been tasked with learning. I think I need to see this world and understand what has changed. But should you ever need me, and he kind of rakes a claw against his scales and pulls one out. I think he very gently puts it in Eugene's hands. For something like this, if you ever need me, call upon me using this scale. And I will come to your aid. Not for just flying you between islands. Let me make that very clear on this one. Something big and important.
What if it's like a big island?
Goodbye, Aisling.
A big, important island.
And with a huge push, he leaps from the ground and disappears off. And you're left there, and you think there's this moment of quiet and reflection as the enormity of all this comes across you all. And you watch as the light in Parshkikk kind of glows brighter and kind of drifts off ever so slightly, one globule at a time, lifting up and away from him until there is nothing left. And I think it's at this point in time that Sophis just breaks a little bit, and she's like obviously having a very quiet moment by herself. But you can see her shoulders shaking, because even though she knows her father is not dead and has just moved on, it's very likely she will never see him again either.
Rock would go over and, without saying anything, would just offer her a perfectly clean and pressed handkerchief.
She takes it.
And I would just stand next to her and sort of place my hand on her arm.
It's stupid. All the time I was forced to have him in my home, he drove me up the wall. He kept reorganizing my books, moving the furniture, summoning my servants. And she just chuckles as she goes, I am going to miss him so much.
Well, of course you are. He was a preposterously annoying person, but he was quite magnificent in his own way.
You have no idea. I definitely always understood what my mother saw in him. Even as a dwarf, it's weird. And she kind of straightens up. She goes, right, well, I better check on my people. And she kind of motions to your friends. I think you all have some people that probably want to talk to you as well.
Yes, well, perhaps. Do call on us if you need anything.
I may need you sooner than you think, because I'm fairly certain your leaders are going to want to talk to me very soon.
And no, please don't call us for that. That politics thing is... no, thank you. No.
Just some friends in my corner would be nice.
Oh, I'm sure we can do that, but do leave us out of the sort of ceremonial stuff, please.
So, for all of you, you can see gathered around in large groups, and a lot of your friends are helping out some of the townsfolk and the guards who have put their lives on the line to try and keep it. But you can clearly see the Glimmering Blades, Eugene's extended family, moving through different people, particularly the very tall, imposing figure of Albert Appleby, Albert the Bright, and the slimmer but no less interesting figure of his wife. Skier, you can see the rest of your mercenary troop joined by a large, muscular gnoll in plate armor who is wrapping wounds on a soldier who is half terrified, half grateful.
Ski's immediately like on alert, like nobody be mean. Nobody be mean.
After everything that they've seen, you kind of get the impression that most of the people in the townsfolk here are kind of like anything we can take that's friendly at this point.
Yeah.
Aisling, you look over, looking to see if any of those imps stay behind, and you do see a couple of them just kind of stealing bread and cheese.
I love that. I'm like, ha, I did that.
And people kind of giving them a broad, giving them a little bit of. Sorry, I'm just muting you for a second, Wayne. So it's a bit of an echo. Just giving them a wide berth for a second, and but they're kind of trying to focus on what's going on. And as you're looking over, you can see several figures that you recognise that are pretty good fun to know. Sorry, echoes kind of throw me a little bit. Some figures that you really recognise, and all of you can sort of see the most of the members of the Adventurers Guild, led by a huge ogre wearing ill-fitted leathers and holding a whopping great axe over one shoulder, who's kind of holding out instructions and kind of pushing these tiny spectacles. And I think, Ski, you've never seen him before, but you recognise the legendary Marok the Brave, the ogre who is one of the heads of the Adventurers Guild in Cloud's Cairn. Beyond that, there is a large turtle with a mace who's walking between people and kind of sees you all and just holds up one of his big clawed hands in a very gentle, slow wave. I came with them. We're sorry we couldn't get to you. We were around there doing battle with strange forces. It's good you called.
I think Aisling's like sprinting at him the second she hears the sentence and like already hugging him before he's even finished talking.
No, he's kind of like, oh, yes, you're a hugger. I forgot. Hello.
National Space who?
Yeah. He kind of gives you a pet. He kind of looks you over. You look like you have had a day.
Oh, I feel like shit. I'm so glad you're here.
Do you need... You don't look like you need healing. Just a day.
Nah, I'm just really tired and stressed out, and it's been really scary.
It has been scary.
Are you okay?
I've just been hitting possessed Fae all day. It's very odd. You do go to interesting places, Aisling.
Yeah, sorry.
Aisling, your pets are eating all the food.
I know, it's hilarious. Leave them alone.
For God's sake.
There are other groups as well. Is there anybody that you individually would like to talk to?
I think the first thing I would do is to run over to Julie and Jack, who I've no doubt are already sort of carousing and drinking with their crews and sort of already being the boisterous kids in the corner.
Well, the Carnival of Curiosities, they definitely are.
Yeah.
The bearded elf your much beloved friend from years ago, it has opened up a few kegs and is passing them over. Julie is talking quietly to somebody that you also recognise, Rebecca Ryder, wearing a very fancy chest plate with really elegant pauldrons. She never struck you as someone who's a warrior, but she looks very comfortable in this. It's very ancient armor, but she seems to wear it well and with some familiarity, like it's something she's owned for a while. Allywood Jack has 4 of the soldiers who he's clearly been helping, and now he's just kind of making notes, and he's kind of, as you get closer, you can hear him, because he's a little closer to you than Julie is at this point. You can hear him goes, so Mythenir, a country called Mythenir, somewhere called the Mythenir Empire. Right. See, these places don't exist anymore, so I'm definitely going to have to pick your brains about their stories. So don't go anywhere, because I want to know everything you've got.
Jack, there's plenty of time for that. Also, what do you mean, don't go anywhere? They've been stuck in stasis for 500 years, for God's sake. Let them do what they want.
Well,
anyway, it's about time you got here, and I'm just going to hug him. And I think I'll do the same to Julie, just very quickly move over, give her a big hug, and then look at Rebecca, and as soon as I recognize her, kind of go, huh.
She
Well,
just quirks an
nice
eyebrow
to
at
see
you.
you on the front line, so to speak.
Well, I could hardly ask you all to go into danger that I wasn't willing to go into myself.
Really? With that attitude, you'll never make it in politics, dear.
Julie kind of nudges you, and she goes, "Wish you play nicely this evening, please, Rock."
Please. She knows I'm being good-natured.
Rebecca smiles and nods.
Anyway, thank you for coming, dear. And I'm just going to kiss Julie on the cheek and then just say, I do have something to do, though. I'll be back in a second.
Rock, Rebecca calls out.
Yes?
Do you know where there's a countess apparently in charge of these lands?
Yes, I do. If I can see her, I'll point her out to Rebecca.
Thank you. Excuse me, Julie, I ought to go and introduce myself, and also, I think, give my condolences. She kind of gently wanders over that way. Skier.
Yes.
We'll come to you next, I think.
Ski immediately runs over to the knoll and wants to hug him, but also sees he's busy, so it's just like hovering, like when you hug him.
I think this is I think this has happened many times before, and I think one of the twins just kind of pushes you gently forward so you can give him a hug whilst he's working.
Yeah, I think Ski actually doesn't have as much of a skip in her step as she normally does. She's feeling quite solemn, so it's just like a hug, and then she'll just grab one of the twins, and be like, "I want one of those crushing hugs, please."
Jaggeth and Mirren just kind of envelop you between the two of them.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Sorry I pulled you into danger.
This was fun. Are you all right though?
Yeah, it's just a lot. People kept jumping off dragons.
I mean, what?
Yeah, I'll tell you
Mirren just kind of just shoves her brother facially out of the way. She goes, I mean, there's a lot of that about, isn't there?
Yeah.
Jumping off dragons. Who was it? Was it cool?
It was cool, but it's just a bit stressful. People just jump off and you don't know what they're doing, and then suddenly they got wings, or they just suddenly appear, and then you try and catch them, but you miss. And... oh my goodness! I don't know
who
how
had wings. The dragon had wings.
Yeah, well, Rock had wings.
And she kind of punches her brother on the arm and she says, "You never told me he had wings."
Yeah, yeah, Jagged.
He didn't have wings then. Anyway, I said I wasn't talking about it, and I'm not. At least until we're out of earshot, because that's less embarrassing.
Yes.
Eugene, I think, where are you at the moment, and how are you sort of feeling, and what do you want to do? Do you want to talk to anybody in particular?
I think he immediately will run over and give his mum like the biggest hug.
Oh, done it. Saber, hang on. Oh, there we go. Right. Let me have a look at you. Oh, I think you've grown a little bit. And she kind of just teases you a little bit, pulls your nose, and just gives you a big kiss on the forehead.
He kind of looks slightly embarrassed, but then he does stand up a little taller.
And actually, you are. I mean, she's a tall woman, and it's kind of always been weird that your sister and her are quite short in comparison. But you do think you're kind of getting to her height now. There is a moment at a beat, and then you are lifted bodily from your feet in a huge embrace, and your father's prickly heart, like beard, kind of nestles into your neck a little bit and goes, "I am so proud of you, and what on earth did you get yourself into?"
I think to begin with, he kind of feels a bit awkward, but then doesn't know what to do, but then relaxes and gives him a big hug. And honestly, I don't know what happened, but it all got very serious very quickly, and I'm so glad that you came.
For you, anytime, you know that. That's what family does. And he kind of puts you down. He just puts his hand on your shoulder. Okay. I'm not big with words, and I'm not good at this, but your mum's been helping me, and I think there's some things I should have said before. And thing is, I used to worry about you, and it was the wrong thing to do. I should have accepted you for who you were and helped you find your own strength, not think that your strength was my strength. That was stupid of me and arrogant of me. And clearly, I missed the mark. And you don't have to forgive me for that. I just want you to know that I see who you are, and I want to get to know that person.
I think Eugene is quiet for a moment, and he just kind of looks up at him and he says, "It's okay, Dad. I understand, and I do forgive you."
He smiles and goes, "Oh, thank goodness, because I don't know how I could ever make it up to you. I'm going to start, though. Adventuring party, are you in charge? I bet you're in charge. You're the smart one, aren't you? I can guess. Do you want to introduce me to them?"
Yeah. I definitely introduce. I'm not in charge. I think anyone's in. Maybe Rock is in charge. Rock's probably in charge.
Chris, remember I said to you I wanted to go and meet Eugene's parents.
Yes.
So as soon as I saw that the moment was over, I think Rock would be striding towards them before they're even coming over.
Cool. What about Aisling and Ski? I think, like you've both heard of the Gleaming Blades.
Yeah, Ski really
I
wants
think
to meet
Aisling's
them.
been staring really overtly, like not subtle. Just like,
And I think Rock will just walk over and sort of acknowledge Eugene's mother, and then we'll say to Eugene, Eugene, what would you like us to do? I think everything's in hand, but I just wanted to check with you.
He looks at him like really confused.
And seeing his confusion, Rock is just going to go, I know, you'll get to it. I just wanted to check in with you because, and then I'm just going to look directly at his father and say, Sorry, you are?
I think there's an acknowledgement, and there's a second beat, and then he bursts out laughing.
Rock is keeping a dead straight face, not laughing.
I like this one. Who's this one?
Rock. This is my dad.
Oh yes, you may have mentioned him. Yes, and I'll put my hand out and shake his hand.
This is Rock.
Yeah, and he's definitely a strong man, and you can tell there's a gentleness to the way that he shakes your hand. It's not one of those stupid over masculine ones where he tries to pull your arm out your socket, but he's careful, but he gives you a firm shake. Thank you for being here and working with my boy. And kind of puts a proud hand on Eugene's shoulder. It's like,
he definitely just saved my life.
Oh, please. Eugene has never needed us to save his life. Eugene has, quite frankly, held this entire group together and has, without doubt, saved us many, many times. But it has been an honor to be part of Eugene's adventuring group, and I couldn't imagine not having Eugene showing us what he's really made of, and I mean, it would be a dreadful thing for Eugene to be anything else other than his wonderful self, and as talented and as magically adept as he is, quite frankly. I couldn't imagine anything other than that for such a wonderful person.
This sounds like parents' evening if the teacher's been bribed.
And
an asset to the class, an absolute saviour.
Quite, and I'm just going to look at his mother and just say, well, I can see he obviously gets his good genes from you.
She chuckles and nods.
Now, would you like to meet Aisling and Skia? They are also part
Ashling's
of
already
Eugene's
running
adventuring
over.
group.
Ashling's already running over, being like, Eugene jumped off a dragon. Did you see that?
There's a mother
second.
moment of what?
I can explain. I can definitely explain. Well,
I'll explain it. It was
as
like
soon as Aisling says that, Brock is just going to go, oh, yes, you did, didn't you? And I'm just going to clip Eugene around the ear. And just go, I'm terribly sorry, I had to do that. Do that again, and I will let you fall.
I probably did.
It was mad. They just took a run up, and he was just off of it. And me and Skia were like, "What the hell?" And then Rock was gone, and we were like, "What the hell? Is it just us now?" And it was mad. It was mad.
That's a good point, actually. Don't do that again. And then I clip Rock around the back of the head.
Eugene laughed.
Yes.
But, well, never mind. And Aisling, what were those stupid things that came out wherever they came out?
Yeah,
What happened?
imps.
What's that
There were
all
suddenly
about?
lots of
Yeah,
imps
what
fighting
was that?
Fae.
Yes, apparently Aisling now gives imps out or something. I don't know.
I don't think that's something I can just do.
But I'm quite
Will?
relieved, to be honest.
I'll have you know,
it'd be a
you
bit
did
bad, wouldn't it?
nothing. I just borrowed a little of energy. I did all the hard work there, my dear.
Right. Okay. So Alabaster did all that. It wasn't me. He'd like you to know. But took all my bloody energy to do it. Is knackering. But yeah,
He is kind of hitching a ride with you, so without you...
Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yep. Oh, I beg your pardon. And this is Skia, who has fairly recently joined with us and has quite honestly kept us pretty much safe because the rest of us are a little, let's say, less than front line in terms of our
Yeah,
combat.
Skia's our bodyguard now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's what I am.
Looks you over, looks you up and down, looks at the people you've been talking. You're Oss's Drakes.
I sure am.
Impressive. Don't
What's
get
that?
to see you people this far east normally.
You know, we travel, we go where we need it. And apparently that was here.
What's an Oss's Drake?
Oss's Drakes
Yeah, what's
are
that?
mercenaries.
Cool.
You didn't tell us you were famous.
I'm not... What? That's actually famous.
Yeah,
Who's-
right,
who?
actually. Oh yeah, no one.
Wait, so you know who we are? You know who we are?
Well, I mean, I worked with. I mean, obviously not with your current lineup, but I worked with when we took down Tharsix. We worked with your previous incarnation to try with Osir actually.
Oh, damn! Actually, that's it. That's cool.
Wow, that's really good to see you people. I feel it kind of nudges Eugene. See you. Look, getting help from Osir's drakes and mercenaries like that.
I just put my arm around Eugene, like, yeah.
Listen, there's a lot going on, and I'm sure you need to talk to other people. Your mum kind of steps in at this point, and she goes, "We've got a lot to talk about, I'm sure, and we don't want to take you away from your friends, but if you can come home, we would like to spend some time with you and getting to know you. But when you're ready and when you have free time. And I think you're going to have a lot of hero stuff to do for a little while." She winks and she just kind of like leans forward and just gives you a gentle kiss. "I am really proud, but no dragon jumping again. Do I make myself clear?"
Yep. I definitely am not going to be doing that again anytime soon.
Yeah. And she kind of looks over her shoulder. "That you get from your father." And your dad gives you a big hug. "We'll be around there. Just give us a shout if you need us." And they let the five of you to your own.
Question.
Yeah.
Do I see Greece and the people from Grey or anywhere?
Actually, you do. Greece is, again, badly trying to bandage a couple of soldiers off to one side, taking instruction from God, I should always keep my notes handy. Very closely to the halfling woman that you guys all met before. Go up. Amanda. Erda Tallfellow is with him, and she's kind of giving him instruction. And you can also see Riskarif, who is nursing. Is kind of putting out a flaming cart with the help of the Bramder, the dwarf. And you can also see that the Fletchers came as well. So it looks like the whole surviving members of that village came off the back of your note.
I think before really thinking about what he's doing, he's just going to rush over and give Grease a hug.
I think... Yeah, that's what happens. Gris is not a particularly dexterous person, and you catch him off the foot, and I think the two of you stumble, and he lands, and you land on top of him, and you're kind of nose to nose.
Eugene goes bright red and sort of kind of tries to get up a little bit, elegantly.
Gris just kind of just grabs hold of your arms and goes, "You're all right."
You're all right too. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Eugene,
sorry, I didn't mean to.
May I give you a kiss?
Yes.
He kind of reaches up awkwardly and kisses you, very gently, with permission. And it's up to you. How do you respond?
I think he kind of doesn't know what to do. I think this is most definitely Eugene's first kiss. So he doesn't really know what to do, and then he kind of responds. I think for the first couple of seconds he's just frozen, and then he kind of relaxes a little bit into the moment.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Go ahead.
And then kind of pulls away. I think he pulls away a little bit to check to
to see who was looking because his whole family was there, and he didn't really think about that. Like, he wasn't planning on a kiss. He didn't think any of this through. So I think there's a second where he's like looks around to see if she was looking at him.
I almost feel like, if I may, Rock, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but I think maybe Aisling almost went to scream, and Rock may have gone, shut up. Nope.
Oh yeah, Rock's gonna not say a thing or anything and let it all sort of play out, and then we'll walk past Eugene as they are getting up and just kind of say, "Is this a thing? Because if this is a thing, I hate it already." And then before Eugene can reply, I think Rock is just going to burst into the biggest smile and just say, "Next time, try not knock him over with a kiss." And I'm just going to carry on walking.
I think Gris is bright red, and I'm assuming Eugene is probably quite deep purple for Eugene.
Oh, I take it back. One last thing I would do is prestidigitate a small moustache on Gris.
As is tradition.
As is tradition, poor boy.
Well, he looks positively childlike without it, so yeah.
You two slowly disentangle and stand up, and I think you kind of had this moment where you realise the two of you are still holding hands. And it's all very awkward and very new from a pair of people who have not got a massive amount of experience with this sort of thing, but just know they quite like each other.
Or any sort of thing.
Oh.
Apart from books.
Yeah. But they quite like each other, and they enjoy each other's company, and maybe this is something worth pursuing.
Yeah, I think Eugene just kind of smiles at him and he says, I jumped off a dragon. I almost died, so I figured that I should seize the moment. And
I'm really pleased. You jumped off a dragon?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. Wow, I mean, it made sense in my head, and the calculations seemed quite simple, but then I didn't really account for the fact that the dragon was
Did you
moving
account
when
for?
I teleported
Yeah,
back.
good. Kind of. I think that this sort of automatically descends into this whole: how do you actually do this?
Bloody nerds.
Yeah, I think
Oh my
Eugene,
god, only Eugene can turn romance into a calculation.
launches into this big explanation of how he planned to use things.
And it's, I
There's
think,
diagrams, there's a
yeah,
slideshow.
and he's showing him his spell book and I learned this new spell and telling him all this stuff.
Over your shoulder, Skier, you kind of hear a gruff voice. What's that all about? And you kind of, Duskgaze is kind of leaning towards you.
I'm not really sure. But it looks cute, don't you think? Anyway, how are you doing? Are you okay? They kept jumping off dragons.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to leave soon.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Her ladyship would like a word as well.
Okay. Skier's just gonna psych herself up, okay. And then Skier's just gonna give them all a look, I don't know where the equivalent of the door or the exit would be, but she's stood near it okay, I'll just wait until they're done. They're doing their thing.
I think at some point Eugene will want to say to Grease oh, you have to meet my new friend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. New friends are always really good, and I think Eugene, do you pull Gris over by the hand? Does I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just imagined Gris going, "Oh, new friends are really good. I had one once."
Oh, cute. Oh, hi. Hello, I'm Skier.
This is my friend
Grease. His
Grease.
name's Grease.
Friends, yeah, and we're working. It's kind of suddenly both very self-conscious of the fact you're holding each other's hand, and
Hey, don't worry about it. You guys are cute and you're adorable. You'll figure it out.
okay. I mean, yeah, we're both very smart. Yeah, I'm Chris, and he kind of
Yeah.
goes to shake your hand with the hand that he's holding. Eugene's.
Oh, sorry. Go back to holding hands.
um, uh, Eugene says that you were instrumental in keeping everyone safe. Thank you, and thank you for helping save this island. Wow, it's really nice to have all my memories back. By the way, did I tell you that they came back almost instantaneously a little while ago? It was really bizarre.
just all like that, all of
Yeah,
them.
most. I got to find Amber Drew. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
be really,
he was.
really mad.
He was looking for you. I don't think he's going to be mad at all.
Okay. Wow. But I remember spells I didn't remember before. That was cool. And I remembered one that allowed us to. Well, not. I mean, I hasted horses. They're going to be really tired. But we got here quick. Anyway, Skier, yeah, you wanted to say something. I'm going to go over there and be really embarrassed by this whole encounter, but very happy at the same time. Bye.
Okay, bye. Lovely to meet you.
So cute.
Um,
I think Aisling will be walking towards them as Grease is going to be leaving, and she'll just like give them like a weird little finger gun thing, like nice, nice, and then come over to where you guys are.
Well, me and my crew, we kind of have to go, and I just wanted to.
Already,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there's gonna be like a party or something. That's normally what happens, right? People have to celebrate the heroes.
That's true. We tend to celebrate like on the go. Ski's already probably found a bottle of something under her arm. It's just, we kind of go people. But I wanted to say thanks because, I was like on my own and you were all really nice to me. And, I hope that fate means that I get to run into you again one day.
Well, we do know the crowd you move with now, so yeah, won't get rid of us that easily.
Yeah, maybe not.
Aisling's quickly scribbling something on a bit of paper. You guys are talking, by the way.
Is it a map to your heart?
Cute. But yeah,
but you're not like going now. As in leaving totally now.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Well, that's just rude.
You guys do see that there is a rather nice looking small skiff with a drake painted on the front, and in front of it are the twins, one of whom waves at Rock enthusiastically with a big grin.
Rock will wave back and then realise that he's being enthusiastic and can slow it down.
Play it cool.
Totally. Yes, one other thing I wanted to say. Just come here, and I'll bring the three of them together, Aisling and Eugene. One other thing. And then I'm going to grab them in a group hug and just say, don't get used to this, but you were all incredibly brave, and my God, I'm glad I've got you guys around me. Right, now, get off me. And stop being so damn clingy, all of you.
Sure.
We love you too, Rock. Don't worry about it.
I never said anything about loving. Stop it.
Oh, you didn't need to. And I'm gonna hand Ski a like really quick, proper kid style drawing of all four of us. Be like, just so you remember like what we look like and how cool we are, and like how you were really cool with us, and how you like killed lots of things for us, and you were really cool, and we want to hang out again, and I want to have a slumber party with you again, and we're gonna miss you.
I'm really gonna miss you guys too. And I give each of them a hug, and I go, just remember, as like Ski is like walking away, she's like, just remember that I do really like you, and I really did like want to keep you all safe, and I did really want to help, okay? Just remember that. Okay, bye.
And as Skia walks away, she walks towards this skiff where the rest of the drakes are standing. Behind them is a tall, elegant, human-looking woman. A human woman wearing a long red robe that Rock, you recognize her immediately. This is sorry, I've just lost the name. Sithin. You are very familiar with her. She looks older now. Silver is coming through her short hair. She does look a little older, but still as regal and as elegant as she ever was. This is the former Emperor's courtesan. A woman steeped in the politics of your youth. And as Skia steps towards her, she reaches out a hand and just places it on her shoulder, fondly, like a friend who's known this girl for a long time. And she inclines her head towards you, directly to you, as the engines of the ship start up, and it pulls away.
I think Rock is probably too stunned to react, and would just be kind of staring, trying to figure out what just happened.
And I think it's a little earlier than we would normally finish, but I feel like that is a beautiful place to end today's session.
No, let's do one more thing. I am going to run over and grab Skia off the boat and bring her back.
No!
Yeah.
Now we end the session. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Skia, stay here now.
I think
Okay.
I hope it goes without saying, but Michelle, we have absolutely loved having you on this journey. Honestly, if it wasn't such a commitment thing, I would really encourage you to actively stay with us. But I fear Lydia will actually climb in through my window over night time and slit my throat if I did.
Lydia knows where we live. I don't think that's
But I don't think this is the last we've seen of Skia. I want to get her back as in the future and do some more adventures. And it's certainly not the last of our story at all. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for having
We've
Skia.
loved you, Michelle.
it's
It's
been
been
so
so much
good.
fun.
so good.
Yeah,
She'll come back.
She
I
will
swear.
come back. She
If you
will.
want her.
Yeah, because otherwise we are going to die.
Where's our GPS without Skia? We're nothing.
If Eugene died, I was going to be like, "Hey, do you want to be Skia?"
Yeah.
There you go.
It was clutch. It was very clutch there for a second. Like, if Wayne hadn't remembered he had the
flashed
wings,
before my eyes, honestly.
I had. So
terrifying.
in the event that it had happened, I had pre-rolled the damage, and Eugene would have taken an additional 66 points of falling damage if that had not gone. So we are really grateful that pulled off. But
66.
it worked. So 66. Jeez.
Yeah, thanks, Wayne.
So we have been some of the heroes. We are back next week, which I'm still getting used to saying. Or, in fact, we're back before that because we're actually back on Tuesday for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which sees a very different group of crazy people trying to find their way around the Feywild, which Wayne will tell you a bit more about in a second. I'm going to go around and thank my cast members one at a time and get them to tell us if there's anything that they've got going on and where you can find them as well. And we're going to go in reverse order for the main cast, and we'll end with Michelle. Theo, would you like to go first, please?
I thank you everyone for watching as usual, and thank you Chris for another awesome session. So much fun, even if I did almost die, but that's mostly my fault.
Mostly.
You can find me online most places at theoblue.jpg or on my website theoblueillustration.com. Yeah, I don't have anything spectacularly exciting at the moment, but I do have an Etsy shop you can buy my illustrations and stuff in, and I have a Patreon if you want to support my work. And tomorrow is the last day to sign up for this month's rewards.
And I really would recommend it. They're beautiful tigers this month. I've seen them,
Yes.
and I am they're beautiful. Awesome. Wayne, would you like to go next, please?
Sure. Thank you again, everybody. My name is Wayne Fick, and you can find me on the socials and most places at WayneFick01. And yeah, please remember to join us on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. GMT, where we will have our next episode of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, where our fabulous characters have finally made it into the Feywild and are now discovering that it is not such a fantastical place of rainbows and unicorns as they thought it was. So please join us as we pursue their adventures. And last thing for me is, please, if you know anybody who would enjoy some of the heroes, please tell them about us or share our stuff with them, because we would really love to grow this little community of wonderful people. So that's it from me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Charlie, take it away.
You're all awesome. Chris, you're a friggin' story wizard, and this was so good, and it was so intense and emotive, but also amazing. It was so incredible. Thank you ever so much. And you can find me at charlievince.com. My Charlie is spelt without an E. I have a few things in my shop at the moment. I have closed my custom character commissions, but someone else has opened theirs, and I won't say anything about that yet. And yeah, thank you ever so much. Share it with all your lovely nerd friends. And hi, Mum. Love you, Mum, even though you're in the room next door. Hi.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Probably hear us from there.
Yeah.
Michelle, thank you so much again. I really do mean that. It has been an absolute joy. But this is not the end. But please tell us where we can find you and what you're up to.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone. Thank you for letting me come play with you. It's been so much fun. I'm really sad to go, but I have to, because Wicked Game RPG, where I normally am, Lydia owns a part of my soul. I can't get out of this contract.
Also,
our
new
license
stuff
on you has run
happening.
out now.
New stuff will be happening this
That's
Wednesday.
exciting.
We're doing
So
a wrap
exciting.
up for our campaign that we just finished. So you can come along to that. If you've missed it, I'd say just come along to maybe like the end of the stream, because we'll be dropping some hints about our next campaign, which we will be starting the week after, I think. So a week on Wednesday, we'll be starting a new campaign.
That's exciting. It's very
Which is by
exciting.
me. Otherwise, I'm Feline Trickster online everywhere, and I do art stuff. There you go.
Art stuff.
Are you streaming tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow is Monday. I am streaming tomorrow. We do some art. If you're an artist as well, and you want to just come along and do some practice stuff, we're doing environments and things like that, so you can come and just hang out with us. It's a very chill vibe.
Awesome. It's really good as well. I hang around, even if I'm not doing what I'm doing. It's just nice to sit with other artists and just listen and draw and stuff. It's really good fun. I love it. I am Chris Mepham. You can find me at Chris Mepham R on Instagram and at Chris Mepham RPG on Twitter. I have commissions open at the moment. And I'm still updating my website directly, but you can reach me through my Instagram and my Twitter. If you are interested in the character at all, please drop me a DM. I am well open and very excited to be doing this. So we will be
Chris
back.
did all the amazing character art for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. All our characters done by Chris.
And Charlie did
They're
these ones.
beautiful. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we will be back on Tuesday with Wild Beyond the Witchlight and back here for the beginning of this trio's next adventure, and some possible repercussions for what happened today. We've been Some Other Heroes. Follow us on the social at Some Other Heroes everywhere you find us. Please share us with your friends and loved ones. This has been a really fun episode, full of lovely moments. Love to you all. Take care of each other. I know the world's a bit of a mess at the moment, so just make sure that you're taking care of each other's mental health and yourselves as well. We love you all very much. And we'll see you very soon. Bye.